Good evening everyone and welcome to another Twister stream. This time we are streaming day 2 of the EU Twister Online Finals. And we will be knowing who is in the Grand Finals tomorrow after today. Of course we already know that EG is there, but today it will be up against, it will be up to Wynn, Raid and Loka to prove themselves worthy. We are going to start off with Loka versus Raid, and after that we will have Wynn versus the winner of that match, and that will be what we are streaming today. Let me take away that preview. And now we just have to wait for the room invite that will be up in a few minutes. Even, by the way, this is not a crate stream. If you want a crate stream, you have to watch through the portal. Even if you prefer my stream, definitely have it running on the portal. Give Rolling Swarm those views, even though it's on the official channel. But still, and basically just get free stuff. Free stuff is always good. So like I said, this is what we will be streaming today. Loka versus Raid. After that, the winner of that versus Wynn. Loka versus Raid is a best of 7. And the match after that is a best of 9. So that's definitely going to be epic gameplay. We have seen all of these teams do incredible stuff over the last few weeks, and I honestly can't wait for them to bring it, because at this stage everything is so serious, everything is so... the pressure is definitely on, because after this, when Loka and Raid face off against each other, the one that loses is out. And the other one is moving on to the top 3 for money prizes and a potential chance to go to the offline in Minsk and win massive, massive prizes. So it is definitely worth it. But that definitely means that it is not easy, because these are basically the pinnacle of competitive gaming as far as I'm concerned. And of the servers that we have, I do feel that EU is the strongest, with perhaps RU there as well. But RU seems to be, from what I've seen, generally prefers rushing tactics, and I like the sort of cleaner tactics that we see in EU. But that's just my own opinion. You don't have to agree with me on that at all. But I love the EU competitive gameplay. I love that we have so many high-level teams this year round, and the top 8 has been pretty much insane. And I like that it's not predictable. Of these 4, I honestly can't say who I think will win. I mean, of course, EG has, at this stage, a better chance, because they literally only have to play the Grand Finals, and they don't have to play at all today in order to take it home. But Raid, world champion of last year. Loka, incredibly strong this year. Wynn, managing to make it through, even though they were officially through a tiebreaker with the other teams, with 2 other teams, Karna and FBI, but them making it through and then basically kicking ass. So it has been absolutely lovely to see that, and I can't wait. I really want to see more of it. In the meantime, I'm going to my garage to keep an eye out on the room invite that should be coming soon. In the meantime, YouTube is trying to get me live, and after that is done, I can just focus on the stream itself. I will keep an eye on the chat, but know that there is a 5-minute delay, and that basically means that everything you say that I might respond to, I will respond to 5 minutes after. So generally I tend to not react to the chat too much, because that is quite a I can't say boring way, but it's not, it doesn't feel useful. There is a room. Let's go and let's get ready. Rip on my side as well, Brian on the other side. And I'm just waiting for YouTube to go live so that I can pause the stream and watch the chat. And here we go. Now, we are starting off on Black Goldville. Alright, steadily dropping in. Streamers are present before the teams. I kind of find that funny. But yeah, we are starting on Black Goldville. Black Goldville looks like this. You have base A, that is considered the map base. Base C considered heavy base. Base B out in the open. There are lots of good positions around base A, and that is generally where we see most of the action. But base C is more secluded, it is easier to cap, it is definitely easier to hold generally. And base B is easier protected from base C, but there are a lot more lines of fire into the whole area around C, mainly because the ground is kind of flat and you have the buildings for cover, but around the buildings people can shoot you. So I'm very curious to see what these teams will do. The pressure is definitely on. If they lose this matchup, they are out of the top 4, they are out of the finals, and it is over for them. So that is definitely pressure. And I honestly can't predict you who is going through, because like I said, Raid, last year's world champion, they have had some rough patches this time, but they're still very consistent, very strong players. Loka incredibly strong today. In the individual matchups against each other, Raid has so far won. But Loka has had more steady, has been more consistent in their victories overall. So I don't know. So I'll take away the map now. You've seen it enough. I'm not going to have it block your screen while we go into the battle in a little bit. And we have Raid completely there, completely ready. Loka now also using spaghettis. I'm very curious to see how that will go. And Raid is using 3 215Bs, an E5, a Foch, an STB and a Batchat. And they're going to go up against 3 215Bs, 2 Spaghettis, an STB and a Foch. Definitely an interesting lineup. Spaghetti, not really an easy tank, but it sort of can function like an autoloader. So if they start clipping people together and they don't bounce or miss, then basically anything can happen. We just have over 2 minutes left to go before we go into the first match. There is plenty of time left for people to decide what they're gonna do. I actually am very much wondering if we're gonna see like-minded avatars and like-minded camouflages. I love that E7 was actually doing that earlier today in the Asia server, and basically what I have been saying is that I miss the clan unity when clans don't use the avatars and don't use the camouflages. It's sort of like a unifying thing in my opinion, and I quite like that. It is of course kind of useless, it doesn't actually change your tank, but it's sort of more like coherent and stuff. So I kind of like that. And earlier today, aside from Ariel, who was just being a rebel, they were all using the same avatar, they were all using the same camouflages, and I thought that was quite nice. And in the meantime, I have to say this. Someone just commented in the chat, who's going to be here at 3 AM as well? And I just have to say, I am. I can't resist that. Being tired brings out my inner smartass. So, less than a minute left to go now before we go into this first match of this best of 7. The team that reaches 4 victories first is the one that is going through to the next round. And like I said, the pressure is definitely on. In the meantime, I have the stream playing on the portal as well. I'm going to get some free stuff. You should definitely do too. Just make sure that you are logged in. And then we will see in half a minute what these teams are going to do on Black Goldville. And if the Spaghettis are going to play as well as expected. Because, like I said, if they manage to make it work, they can make short work of any tank that they meet. But it takes 2 of them. One of them will be quite difficult, especially at this level of gameplay. But with the push, the sort of auto-loader function, I know it's an auto-reloader, but the clipping capabilities of it can make all the difference. And here we go into the first match of this best of 7. Raid almost unified, aside from Asax, who is just an angry bear. Loka, a bit of everything. Yes. And Discord is having issues. So that is not something that you want at this stage. Because that is definitely going to give a lot of stress. And we see Raid focusing primarily on the A side of things. Loka doing the same thing, going up quite aggressively. I'm stuck against the boulder there. JP moving into the base. Trying to cap it. He's going to take a... No, he's not. But base A is also not going to be capped. No skill, overlooking it. JP now reloading his clip and getting the heck out of there. But he is protected by a Foch. Even when he's driving away, he still manages to keep his full health. And now we see no skill, just Vano taking up a similar position that the Batchet was taking before. Yudiki taking some damage there. A lot of players. Ooh, massive hit into Karolek there. That is not what you want to have happen. Toby taking a massive hit as well. Asex taking damage. And we have Messi in the E5. No skill, just Vano just got hit. Base B now being capped by Karolek. But he's going to get company from JP. And he might be clipped for it. And he's not going to survive this. Especially not when Toby is coming in as well. Leaving him with very, very little HP. And with the next reload he will be gone. But there's nothing he can do about it. He does get another shot in. HP wise, Loka has a slight disadvantage. But we see that Raid is now pushing quite aggressively. Taking out Unicum. Asex low on health. And we have Unicum still alive. But barely. Sig goes, Survivor goes, Unicum goes. Tanks are dropping left and right. There goes Asex. Both teams have lost 3 tanks right now. I want to show you everything. I can't really. But we see Drizzle getting focused. Drizzle almost gone. And there he goes. And it is 4 versus 3. But no skill, just Vano is on his own. He is tracked. He can't really do much. And he might get another shot in, but it is unlikely. And there he goes. And it is 3 versus 3. But HP wise, there's a 1k advantage in Loka's favor. But we have a fully Batchet. Messi taking a hit. Yudiki in the spaghetti. They're not even capping, they're just going straight on in. Wanting to take out Messi, there he goes. And we have the STB next in line. Batchet reloading his clip. And there he goes, massive ram. And there goes JP, and the first match is for Loka. A lot of action, a lot of happening. And that was one epic beginning. And in the meantime, I'm seeing that the match on the stream is actually starting now. This is actually quite funny. But it was relatively close. I think that miss shot by Drizzle is definitely going to be one of the things that cost them the game. Loka just surviving a little bit better. But oh my god, it was close. And now the teams are getting ready for the second match on Black Goldville. Raid in 4 2-on-5Bs this time. An E5, a Foch and STB. And they're going to go up against... We don't know yet. But we see a lot more Object 140s in the lineup. 3 of them with 2 2-on-5Bs and 2 spaghettis. So that is quite a lot of mobility, but also quite a lot of DPM. And again, if those spaghetti land all their shots, it can be very, very deadly. So let's see what they do in less than a minute now. We are ready. It's only the game that is not ready yet. And this is what I meant with Loka being very strong this time. Because if you told me that they could hold their own against Raid like this in spring, I would have smiled politely, but I would not really have believed it. But this was only the first match. There are potentially 6 matches left to go, so anything can happen. And let's see what they do in 20 seconds for the second match of this best of 7, the second match on Black Goldville. I kind of repeat things like that a lot, But the thing is that in between the battles, there's not that much to say. Aside from analyzing the last game, but I kind of already did that. And it was more like Loka just surviving a little bit better. That's basically it. It wasn't really one team outplaying the other, because they were both doing very strong and good things. And here we go. Anti using the graphite camo that can be got in the Steam package. And let's see what happens. We have Raid now focusing primarily on the C side. Unicum going more towards the middle together with Baron, potentially to grab base B. That might be interesting. They're going to meet some people. Unicum already spotted, Baron has not been. Unicum taking a holding position. But we have Drizzle and Asex. Drizzle taking a hit. Baron bouncing that. And we have Drizzle being singled out instantly, getting 140'd left and right. And even though Unicum is losing HP and Survivor is losing some HP as well, Drizzle is gone and they've already lost a gun. Now we have Unicum in trouble. He is getting tracked, together with Baron also being shot. And we have the 140s moving in. Ariana Grande landing a massive hit. But now reloading, now in trouble. Getting focused, just Vano just went, Toby just went. Sig really wanting that second shot, but not getting the chance to. Raid has lost three guns already. Survivor has having a hard time surviving. But even if he dies, Loka has had a lot more HP and they have to overexpose in order to try and get to Survivor. Ariana Grande arriving at the back, tracking and shooting JP. Karolek now losing some HP, Ariana Grande being focused, but JP is gone. Massey is next in line. They are focusing on Ariana and that allows Survivor to move and get some shots in. Anti in trouble. Asex almost gone. And it is very aggressive gameplay by Loka, instantly seeing that Drizzle is on his own and a relatively easier target. And now there's only Anti left. And Anti is not going to survive this. There he goes. And in less than 2 minutes the game is over and Loka takes home the second victory. In the meantime, I see that I've had a really, really sweet donation by Stassi. Thank you so much, that means a lot. Really sweet of you, thank you. So that is absolutely lovely. So I'm readying up and we see that now Raid is bringing out their spaghettis. We are moving on to Castilla. We have seen Raid using their spaghettis on the Castilla before. We have base A, which is the medium base, C is the heavy base, base B in the middle, lots of lines of fire into every base. There is a lot of camping possibilities on the whole map. And that is usually why we get stalemate gaming on this map, mainly because of with those camping positions, people tend to not want to pick up and over, and it can be a giant weakness for that, because generally speaking at the end we see a push and then it comes a brawl, and it's just less fun gameplay on this map generally. We did see some very lovely matches on it on the Asia server earlier today, but still. So let me take away that so that is not blocking your screen, and we have 38 seconds left to go. Raid is ready up with 1, 2 and 5B, 2 spaghettis, a 268, a T22 medium, a grill and a batchat. And they're going to go up against 2 batchats, 2 spaghettis, a 215B, a STB and a 113. So relatively very mobile lineups on both sides with only one potential camper tank in the grill. At the same time we have seen batchats basically taking up the camper positions as well, using their spotting abilities and their clipping capabilities to deal damage and see everything. So here we go into the third match of this best of 7. And let's see if Raid can take it back. I love that where applicable, there's quite a few legendary camouflages. And I have to say that the gladiator camouflage is just so sexy. Absolutely love it. That is one reason why I actually want the tank, to make it look like that. It looks so good. And here we go. We have the spaghettis together with the T-22 heading towards base A. We see the Mets on the other side doing the same thing. The Batchet going over the middle. Potentially going to see a Messi there. Toby having had a push with the 215B and the grill, allowing himself to arrive there early. And this is what I mean. The 215Bs at the other side have been spotted. Base B is being capped by 2 Batchets. And that can be quite tricky. If they get away with it, then kudos. Messi losing massive HP here. They have the base. They might push in to finish off Messi. They have the shots for it. But they have to be careful not to get grilled for once. And we see Anti now also losing a lot of HP. Shot from the other side. And now Raid has lost quite a bit of HP. And they lost the base. And the grill and the 268 are in a line of fire where they can't really do much. Karolek holding carefully. Not even trying to spot as much. Base C now being capped. But the Batchet might not get away with that, and they kind of want to preserve that HP advantage that they've now gained. Baron losing a bit of HP there. The FV plays there can work out really well. We have... There we go. Ariana takes out Messi. Baron losing more HP. They need to be careful there. Carola keeping them spotted. Letting them take some hits. Survivor protecting Baron. Shots being fired into a camping spot. Karolek not taking damage from the grill there. Blind shots being fired but hitting no target. But now Loka has the definite advantage. And they mostly just need to survive. Karolek changing position. Wanting to spot campers, but they have already moved now. And we could be seeing a potential push around base A. But aside from holding, there's not really people there. No skill is just on a ledge. They're all in positions where they can pull back very, very fast. We have the 268 and the grill at the back. Base A is being capped, but they don't need to do anything about it. Baron getting shot as he gets spotted. Ariana not. We have Yudiki crossing over now. And now Raid has taken base A, but they still, there's a big risk for Raid. They have to make the push. There are shots being fired. We have Survivor at the back. But he's not alone. He has Unicum with him in the Batchat. And it will be up to Raid to make a move to make the push. Toby has now been spotted, instantly getting some damage. We have the TDs that are moving in. And that might prove difficult for Loka, especially for Yudiki and for Survivor. Unicum is actually pulling back. And now Survivor is the one that might pay for it. Drizzle taking damage as he crosses over. The Spaghetti JP is moving in, getting shots into Vano. Vano is pulling back. They are capping base C. Drizzle is losing HP quite fast. Unicum taking some damage. Drizzle is almost gone. There he goes. Base C has almost been capped. Raid having lost 2 guns now. Spaghetti moving in to take out Asex. Asex almost gone. There he goes. And even though the grill gets a hit in, Raid has lost 3 guns now. Baron is the only one left on Loka's side that is very little health. JP is gone. And as the Batchat circles the grill, he might lose this. He might die, but he survives. And now there's only 2 tanks left. 1 Batchat and 1 Spaghetti. The STB moving in to shoot the Spaghetti, but we're already at 1k points and Loka takes it home. And in the meantime, Susty just made another donation. Thank you for that, On. That is really sweet of you. Samjay is actually the one that I should call you. Yes, sorry. I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing it right, by the way. But thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. So what a game that was. Not very slow building, but Loka finishing it off beautifully. And Raid pushing too late and on the side where they obviously they couldn't have known that. But Loka was set to positions where they could just pull back. That sounds so wrong. Where they could just pull back and not get hurt. So now we are going on to the 4th match, and now the pressure is definitely on Raid because they have to win the next 4 games in a row in order to go through to the next round, and Loka only has to win 1 more to knock Raid out of this competition. And we have Loka readied up in a Foch, 3 140s, 2 Spaghettis and a 215B versus an E5, 2 Spaghettis, a Batchat, a 215B, a Foch and a T22 medium. So I'm very eager to see how are they going to do this if Raid can pull it out of their head and make it work. Because this is definitely not an easy task for them. And in 12 seconds, we get to see what happens. And let's see. Here we go. We are ready. And I can't wait. This is exciting. Oh my god. Love that camo. Oh my god. T22 camo also looking very nice, especially also with the attachment. I did get the camo, I didn't get the attachment, mainly because the gold was not worth it for me, and I don't like the flag, I just like the badge in the front. But to focus on the battle, we see Raid pushing towards base A with their mediums. With the Batchat heading to the other side. And we have all of Loka focusing on the C side of things, with the Spaghettis in the middle. Unicum has been spotted. They are not going for the cap, they are pushing in. And we see Raid retreating instantly. And it might have been a very nice idea with the push, but it might not work out. Base A now being capped. Karoleg wanting to spot the stragglers, but there's no one there. And Raid reading the battle well enough so that now they have an advantage. We see Yuriki overlooking base B, not wanting to be capped. And Loka is taking base C, but Raid will have an advantage of about 1 tank by the time they cap it. And they will have to take out the tank in order to make it work, unless they drive into base B. But that will be very hard for them to cap. Yuriki looking in a position where there's no one left. We have the Spaghetti crossing over. Raid holding at the back. Yuriki changing position, Unicum unable to get up there. Possibly just wanting to proxy spot if they get close enough. And now we have a bit of a stalemate game going on. And it will be up to Loka to try and take it. They have the luxury of having a few games to try and prove themselves. Baron now potentially getting caught in an onslaught. He is spotting people. He is shooting them, but he gets shot back. And Raid is pushing aggressively. With the E5 pushing down the middle. Baron losing a ton of HP. He's not going to survive for very long. He is pulling back. But there he goes. The first tank is out. Base B is being capped. No skill, just Vano just got shot on the hill. Everyone got spotted. Drizzle is alone though. and he might pay for it very dearly. Loka capturing base B. Drizzle steadily being murdered. But the rest of the raid is arriving. There goes Drizzle. They have base B. Both teams have lost the gun. And we see HP being lost. And this push may or may not work. We have Ariana Grande moving in. Bouncing on Toby. And now pulling back as he clips reloads. And Survivor getting shot in the middle. They have to 2 bases as long as Loka survives. They have this unless Raid makes a push. But they're all in pretty precarious positions where it will be difficult for them to make a move. Unicum taking too much damage there. We have JP moving over. We have the Anti moving up. Anti losing a bit of HP there. Ariana Grande having his clip reloaded. And as he fires, Ariana is moving in. Taking a big hit into Anti. But taking a big hit back as well. So they have to be careful. And now he's in a clip reload. But Toby wanting to push actually got murdered for it almost. We are 800 points in. Raid will have to make a move. They take out Toby. We see Messi moving in. Unicum now gone. If they survive this, then Loka has it. But it's surviving that is making it tricky. We have the 140 moving in. JP almost gone. There goes Asax. We are 940 points into it. Anti moving in. JP rammed to death. Anti now taking out a tank. And oh my god, it is so close. But we owe 1k points and Loka took it home 4-0. WTF, mate? What has happened here? Dear Lord. Well done, Loka. Serious kudos. Like I said, if you had told me that this would happen in spring season, I would have laughed. Because that Loka is nothing like this Loka. This Loka, so strong, so consistently strong. Losing against Raid before, but now winning where they absolutely have to. And going on to the next round. The next round will be Loka versus Wynn. And that's definitely going to be a matchup to remember. Wow. What games, guys. Honestly, that is epic. The only big downside to this is that the next match is in 45 minutes. So I'm actually going to see if I can hook up my iPad and do some gaming for you guys. Because at this stage, when it's this long, I don't want to show you just replays so you can get to see me noob around. So let's see if I can do that. You will have to give me a moment. But those games though, honestly, very epic. I'm calling me impressed. I am. Loka, seriously, well done. Loka is always gonna have a soft spot in my heart. I was one of the people that created it. I gave it its name. And now seeing them do so well, even though I've technically nothing to do with the clan anymore, I absolutely love it and I love seeing them do so well. That was just amazing. Okay, so I need to figure this out. You have to give me some time. I'm going to try and get it done. And let's see. I need to get OBS to do that. Switching the stream thingy. That is not the one that you want. No. There you go. That can go. And now I just need to get this to work. Because for some reason it generally doesn't. And then you have to switch things. And then it works. So there you go. This is my garage on my normal account. I'm actually going to... I'm hoping that it will work as intended. I have no idea how this will go. It is See me doing the laggy thing again. Yeah, let me just see if I can fix that. Come on, OBS, work with me here. Because it's just this laggy thing that OBS, the Elgato does that. And it's very annoying. But I got it fixed the other day, so I know that it just needs to get fixed. It needs to work. Let's see. I think I might need to do this. Let's see how it goes. This is basically the thing. You want it to like go smoothly. If it doesn't work smoothly, I'm going to show you replays. Honestly. But this is not smoothly at all. Oh, there you go. Now it seems to be working. I have no idea how this goes with sound, so just so you know, let me know. Let's see what I can play for you. I'm actually going to play this thing. I absolutely love it. So let's see what happens. Actually, I have no idea what my missions are. I haven't really looked into it. And let's see if I can give you some quality replay. No promises, because I take the liberty of being able to noob completely. In the meantime, I'm also watching my press account, because that is still logged on on PC. I actually have no game sounds. I'm not sure if you have any and how loud they will be. But hopefully it will be enough to just hear me and the music and to just see how this goes. We have one teammate that is going over to the other side. No one seems to be here. He might be running into everyone himself. So I'm just going to go in quite aggressively and cap. If all of this is not working for you, by the way, I will only know that after this game. Because of the 5-minute delay thing. VK seems to be on his own. No, he has a friend. Friend in the form of the AMX. Base B is being kept. I'm not going to bother with that. I mainly just want the tanks that are here, that are isolated. And I got him tracked. And I have a friend in the 704. My teammate just got murdered. Let's take out the AMX then, hey? There you go. That is him out of the way. And now we just have to be careful of the ones that are more in the middle. 268. I wanted to move in. I'm going to use these stairs to see what happens. Yes, let's just do a shot and that does no damage, because that is that is a very YOLO Fosh. Hello there. Goodbye. And he just fired, so now he's on a reload. And that means he's free for me to shoot. And he kind of wants the buddy that I have. He kind of wants me. But there he goes. And now we have 3 guys left. I'm actually stuck against the building here. That is very useful. I'm going to trust them to take out the E5. Oh, hello. Are you coming here? No, you're not. Oh, that's sad. E5 still alive. Leo moving in. There you go. That is how you do it. Oh, I actually got a mission. Probably a mission killing 2 in 1 battle or something. Ew, that was useless. I could have probably one-shot him if I hadn't switched to HE. But there we go. First battle up and over. 3rd class, not too bad. Not too good either. Doing very little damage here. But having quite a lovely team. So there you go. In the meantime, I'm getting some messages on Discord. I generally don't check them, but because I'm now using the... actually letting you see me play, I'm just hoping that it holds, that it's actually not too bad. Let's see, what else can I drive? Let me drive this OP thing. So let's see what happens with this. T22, a very strong tank. I definitely want to go A, just so you know. But they're free to go to base C. In this case, the positioning around A is generally better. We have the mad advantage. We just have to be careful of the big guns. And because I'm in the T22, I'm actually not afraid to just go straight on in and start capping that base. Spotting some people heading up and over. And that is generally a good thing. A helpful thing to spotty. The E50M taking a shot in. But not doing... Oh, you might have shot the S actually. So now we've capped the base. We have the... We've seen that they can win a 1v1 against the T22. Nice little force damage here. And now he's on his own. And I'm going to go with my Fosh buddy to see if we can murder him. Ooh, that was a nice little bounce. And he actually misses. But the Fosh does not get killed. Ooh, ow, ow, ow. That was a massive, massive shot into my buddy, the Fosh. My buddies are steadily being destroyed. That is not really the way that I would like it to go. So I have to be careful. Jäger now giving me the evil eye. But I can take out the DS at least. Before he finds me. I might need some help here, guys. Ooh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Yes, please come at me, bro. Let me get behind you. Let me start circling you. Because that is generally a very helpful way to... This is the weirdest way that I've ever seen a Jäger. But hey. By all means. Yes, shoot me, track me. But do no damage. That is the way to do it. For me. And we need to take this guy out. He is running away. Going towards his friends. No, he's actually going across, it looks like. And... now he's going towards his friends. So let's see if I can spot him. Maybe deal some damage into him from here. No, I cannot. I'm not spotted though. So if he pulls back... VK now capping the base. That is generally not a good thing. We need that base to not be capped. But there's not really much I can do about it, unfortunately. So let's see, my teammates are completely spreading out. Oh, hello. No, don't hurt me. I'm just an innocent T22. I don't deserve to get hurt. Thank you for blocking me there. That was very, very helpful. Not. And I don't have the gun depression to make this work. But we have a teammate. We have a VK that is arriving at our rear. That is actually bouncing on me, which is very helpful. I'm kind of scared. Ooh, but I got him at least. At this stage, anything can happen. A well-aimed shot by the SDI could finish me off. AMX arriving. There goes the T22. And now it's just the SDI and two of us. I have no idea what the 30B is doing. But we are likely to win this. We are 970 points. And I think I had a pretty good game, if you ask me. I do get another shot in. He actually hits the ground. I don't think we're going to finish him off. But I do 4k damage. Oh my god, that was too close. I aced it. Oh my god. Dude, honestly. Acing it on stream is actually very, very lovely. What a game, guys, honestly. 1.3k spotting damage, 715 supremacy points. I was hoping to get games like this. Well, streaming, I did not really expect that. Sorry, Samja, I'm not going to tune during this stream. But oh my god, honestly. I need to screenshot this and I need to send myself the replay so I can record it later because oh my god. This is my first ace in this tank on this account. That is just wicked. I also don't check messages that happen that I get while I'm on stream because I want to avoid sensitive information getting out. I don't know what people are sending me. So I'm very careful with that. But oh my god, honestly, that game though. That is useless, but before I forget, I actually have a different no. I have my own account for that I basically send my own replays to. So that I just don't forget to record them later on. But that game, have to say, I was very happy with that game. In the meantime, Demolator, I have no idea what you're talking about. For me, the counters just work just fine on the site. So I don't know. So let's see, what else can I try for you? Can't really get better than that though. That was a very, very awesome battle. Oof. These are kind of battles that leave me shaking, so I actually take a little bit of time to sort of calmly collect myself, or at least to collect myself. Calmly leaves much to be desired here. Let's see, what else can I do? Actually, I have no idea what I'm in the mood for. Do I have some nice little... Yeah, there we go. We can do some seasonals and see how that goes. Dang though, that battle. I hope you enjoy watching that as much as I have. It's just freaked me out playing it. But the AMX going to the other train tracks actually saved us. But I'm very proud of the T22 battle, really. Especially since, like I said, it's my first ace in it. On my main account. I have... I'm not even sure if I aced it on the press account, though. Let's see. Let's see, literally in this case. Loving this little camouflage. It was one of the earlier legendary camouflages that you could get. It actually calls it a Nomad. But it's based on the Independence Day movie. Pre-drag, you can actually enter the giveaway with the giveaway video that is on the channel. Just watch it and follow the steps that I give in it. Enemy team seems to be going towards base A. That is good for us because it might allow us to take base C as well. B, I mean. I can't believe I aced T22. Oh my god. And on stream. Honestly. That especially. Tomahawk, Chrysler K, also lovely camouflage. Not interested at all in capping bases, he's letting us do that. And they just taken out our proto. Yes, yes. And let's see what we can do from here. If we can spot some people. If we can murder some people. That is basically, I love taking little shots like that. Well, that's a little bounce, that is useless. But let's see if I can get a bit closer. CDC just got murdered. That's always nice. Let's use some Premo here to shoot him in the face. He is pulling back. He's not seeing me. That's even better. Yes, I'd love to bounce on a target that should not be bouncing. And just shooting the edge. That's also very useful. And then bouncing again because that is what I do best. And with 5 HP left, I take the kill. Borsig is left in line. Next in line, I should say. The Dracula is going after the base. Now I've been spotted. But that is fine. My teammate is having a ball. The Borsig is almost gone. There he goes. And we have an AMX going for the base. Let's see. There's T-34 there. I can start shooting him. A little bit of Premo to add to the equation. This is kind of what I mean. I'm never shy of using Premo. Mainly because it aids me. And he shoots me back, but I've done way more damage to him than he's doing to me. And now I'm shooting the ground because that is very useful. And now we have an AMX that is behind me. That is capping base A. Shall we just not let that happen? Let's go and face him. How much HP does he have? He's a one-shot. I can easily take him. Oh, the Goose Tank is actually making a move for him as well. He's probably going to get there before I can. There you go. Goose Tank takes him out. And I went down for nothing. Base A being capped again. But my teammate is in a little bit of trouble. He does take out the T-34 though. So we definitely have this battle. I'm not worried. I still can't believe I aced the T-22. This is going to be like the highlight. Goose Tank. Not taking it there. I'm just switching to Premo straight off. Mainly because the tank is quite strong. We are at 943 points. Points are going up quite quickly. Actually should have activated that only now. Bouncing on his bum because that is the useful thing to do. And we are definitely winning this. He's trying to focus back on me. And now he's almost gone. And my teammate steals the kill, but we get it. 3 amigos. Nice little screenshot there. Second class, not bad for a seasonal. In the meantime, I am keeping track of what is happening on my press account just to make sure I don't get a invite early or something. I like doing some missions in the meantime, some seasonals. Oh my god, I have a Tog seasonal. Tog is one of the best tanks that looks... Oh my god. Look at this, there are so many lovely, lovely camouflages on the Tog. Let's do a seasonal in the Tog, shall we? Tog's still one of the most fun tanks to drive in a way that it's not the best tank, but it's such a funny tank. Let's actually activate these. Because with the seasonal that you have, if you activate these, not necessarily the XP thing. Hello. So let's see what we can do in our very, very slow Tog. Tog is love, Tog is life. Someone has been spotted on the other side. Tog will take some time to get anywhere. So let's see what happens. People are moving in. Tog is hurt. Tog feels pain. Toka shoot. Toka's capped. P43 is waiting. Matilda is waiting more back. Toka's shooting. Toka's doing damage. Toka's having trouble talking about himself in the first person. Toka takes a kill. Base B is being kept, but I can't see anyone there. Toka is spotting a Kuro. Toka shoots back. Toka's plenty of HP. Toka's still one of the funniest tanks around. Yes, Samjay, I can and I will, thank you. Let Tok just move in. But overall, there you go. Can't really do much. By the time Tok arrives anywhere, everyone is dead. That is the downside of Tok. The curse of the Tok. But it is still a very amazing tank. I've had a seasonal where I actually got a steel wall in the Tok. It was a Cromwell that was actually shooting me and not being able to do it properly. And there goes the Tiger. There goes the Matilda. And Tok lives. Let's see. Tok is lovely. Tok is fun. Tok makes me sound very special. Now they're definitely getting upvotes. To be fair, he's not wrong. I was lucky there. Let's see. You requested that I drive the 121B in the lovely, lovely golden camo. Absolutely love it. We still have time for 1 or 2 more battles, I think. Yes, there will be crates for NA. They seem to have fixed it. Don't need those. We are at a bit of a disadvantage near base A, but I'm definitely going to try. I just hope my teammate sticks with me and has a bit of a clue. Especially the clue thing can be vital in this case. This tank, it looks so good. Mainly just waiting to see if they... Ooh, they're actually going at C, so that means that we can cap A. Because it makes it unlikely that they are here at all. They are steadily murdering our chieftain. We are capping the base. It always makes me feel useless, but at the same time it does put the pressure on. And after that we can start shooting them. T62A. Stay put, stay put. There you go. That is how you do it. Patton now very juicy. Not even paying attention to me, thinking I can't see him. Well, actually, that was a very derpy shot. Very useless. Yes, nice bounce on me. Some more, please. Thank you. And now we have a Batchat that is over there. Letting me shoot him in the face. Technically, both teams are down the same amount of tanks. But we have 2 bases. Batchat is not moving in, actually going across the bridge. Let's see if I can get behind. Oof, there goes the 215B. It is a tricky, tricky situation. Hello, E4. Permission to come behind you. You probably won't like it, but I just like HEing you here. Lovely to HE you. There you go, and now there's only 1 IS-4 left to deal with, and most of my team is around him. The mouse is still alive, don't ask how. 3.4k damage, not necessarily a bad game. And I'm just too late to take that kill. But overall, pretty sweet, fast game. Second class, not too bad. Overall, I'm sort of thinking that I'm jinxing it now by saying that I'm having some pretty nice games. I'm actually scared to drive anything else now for fear of losing a lot. But yeah. We still have about 20 minutes left before the next match, so I can play another match for you. Let's see. What can I play? You're now seeing the tog. No, Samjay, just remember that there's a 5-minute delay. That's the thing. Let's see. Let's drive something else that is a little bit evil. A little bit evil. I absolutely love this tank. It is so lovely. Let's see what we can do. Can you actually hear the game sounds, by the way? Because I'm actually not sure that you can. I thought I had fixed that, but eh. At least the gameplay is smooth looking on OBS. So I'm not too upset about that. Because before it was like lagging all the time. And that made it very annoying to watch, but also to play. Yeah. Taking that a bit too tight there. I do expect that we will meet them here. Otherwise, every morning you greet me. You're not happy to meet me. Lots of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, that was a miss. Edelweiss, you look happy to meet me. This thing I sing a lot on streams. Generally not official streams. But I don't think this counts as an official one. And there we go. People dying left and right. We kept a base. Now there's only 3 guys left. And our Panther is being rushed by a very YOLO Dracula. But that is fine. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Let's go around. Where's your friend? You had a friend. Black Prince friend. Let's shoot the Black Prince in the rear. I have friends. You're gonna die. And then we win the match here. I never see a reason to take this very seriously. Cheery! Oh, he got taken out so quickly. Tog is seriously one of the most funny tanks that you can drive though. I can advise getting it, mainly because it makes it so that he can't really just you can't take it seriously when you're driving a Tog. You can't take the game seriously when you're driving a Tog. And that is the main reason why the Tog is awesome. Getting some nice missions done. We are at 54 and 9 past, I believe. Let me just have a quick look at the game. You can't see this because I'm doing it in the press account, which is very slow to react right now. And I think that's mainly because I'm using the Elgato. Let's see, Wynn versus Loka. When are you? Yes, 10 past. So we still have 15 minutes. That means about 2 more games. Let's see what I want to play. I'm going to show you one of my other loves. Love this tank so much. The 121B I actually got from Wargaming as a thank you for going to the offline last year. Pro is one of those tanks, it's just so lovely. It works so well in a lot of situations. If I could play like this every stream, I would not hesitate to play games more often between the matches. But so far I've mainly just been massively lucky. Here we go. Base A is being kept. We're getting base B together, so we get it more quickly. And now we've gotten it, and I'm going to go forwards into a spotty position. And let's see what happens. What I'm doing here is, there you go. I shoot back. AMX is getting absolutely massacred. Playing as not carefully as he is. Yeah, that was useful. There goes the AMX. Thing is that for some reason my team thought that my pushing this meant wanting to go YOLO or something. Ooh, nice little fire, especially when he only fixes it that late. Now I need to be careful of the T-54 though. No, he's actually coming around. Conway is actually the dangerous one here. Indian Panzer is almost gone. They have 2 bases. There goes my friend. That was me bouncing a shot. Or at least having a shot do 0 damage at least. My team is not making it easy to win this. And like I said, I think I jinxed it. My team just went completely YOLO. But I do have a friend. Oof, that missed though. And I need to be careful of the Conway. Conway wants me. But I'm more scared of the T-54 there. Especially when I start bouncing him, which is not useful at all. He kind of needs to be taken out. And with one more reload, he will be. But I just need to be careful that I'm not going to... There he goes. T-49 wanting me. Not sure what they hope to achieve here though. Yeah, I kind of need to move in. Don't really have much of a choice. Yeah, too late. Oh well, had to lose one, couldn't win all. Still though, 3k damage, not too bad. You could see how lovely the tank is. And we have 5 minutes left, well 6 minutes before the room invite is up. That means I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to go back to the other stream thingy and we're going to wait for a room invite. So let me just unplug my Elgato so that it's not taking a lot of things from my PC anymore. Well, laptop I should say. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Ow. People responding to my singing Edelweiss here. I love it. But yeah, now we just have to wait for the room invite to come. Which is a little bit boring considering I've been playing, but eh. In the meantime, I did get some nice messages from the tune that we made earlier with Purple Veteran and Stappa, lots of letters. Talk is just so lovely. Thank you, Cantel, for messaging me about it actually working. This is actually really funny. Because I just got a message with, why won't you do any giveaways? I have a massive giveaway running right now, people. That is just, okay. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my gaming a little bit. Actually quite enjoyed that. Especially since it went quite well, to be fair. And the only reason that was possible was because I can stream on the press account and then play on my normal account. But that was fun. Room invite will be up in about 4 or 5-ish minutes. In the meantime, I'm getting lots of tags everywhere, so I'm a bit scared to check. Also because my laptop is always just needing a lot of patience when I stream. So I'm always careful with that. And I can't always share what is actually being shared. That sounds so random. I can't share what is being said, what I'm being tagged for. So that's mainly the thing why I generally don't look at PMs and all of that while I'm streaming. So I'll check all of that later. Samjay describing it quite right with what happens in the talk. You have to have seen that that lovely little animated thingy where you see John Travolta handing out shells to John Travolta until it reaches the front of the talk and it fires. That is what I'm thinking about right now. Tog is lovely. Tog is such a funny tank. In the meantime, actually, what we can do while we have a few minutes left before we see the room invite, let's go over what is in the store. You have the Type 64, which is a fun tank, but not that strong. You can get it if you like tier 6. Well, I wouldn't say it's a very light tank. It is not that fast, but it has no armor. It is a pretty typical Japanese tank, in my opinion, mainly because of the way that it has no armor, but you can still do very well in it. But you just have to avoid being primary target. They have the 112 and the 111. I actually bought those mainly because I had some battles on the press account when they first, well, not when they hit the store again. And I aced them both then, and it was quite fun. They're not the strongest tanks, but they're quite nice and they're quite fun. And of course, those are the same thing with camouflage attachment and all of that. And then you have the fire and ice with the glaze and the blaze and the glacial. And they're, again, these are two tanks actually that I got the first time around when you could earn them with the events. And they're fun tanks. They're not that strong. They're not OP in any way. They look really nice though. These are the kind, if you have the gold to spare, yes, get them. Just don't expect very strong vehicles. The glacial is strong when it is hulled down and facing a enemy frontally. But if they get behind it, or if they get that lower plate of yours a lot, and then you can get destroyed pretty quickly. So that is something to keep in mind. And we have the T-43-3, and I'm actually considering getting that. But because of the fact that there are so many tier 8 premiums these days, and some of them are a lot stronger than this, and a lot more OP than this. Like, for instance, the Object 252U, for instance, to give you an idea. Again, it is, if you have the gold, then yes, you can get it, but don't expect a very OP vehicle. Of all these tanks, I can't really say you have to get any of them. You can get it, especially this bundle is good because you get the tank and you get 30 days prem and you get a garage slot, so it is relatively cheap, because if you buy premium time, I can't which I can't look at right now. But it is relatively cheap. You almost get a free tank with it, I believe, if you would buy the premium with the gold. So it can be worth it. And here we have a room invite. And we have Wynn versus Loka in the finals of the lower bracket. And whoever wins this best of 9 is going through to the grand finals tomorrow. Let me actually just make sure that OBS is showing what it is intending, what it should be showing. Rather than the PC, it is the stream thing for my iPad that won't work anymore. And let's see, we are going to Fort Despair. Fort Despair, of course, the map that Raid had their signature move on, but Raid has been knocked out of this finals. Oh, Ian Gamer just said, anyone remember the old tier 1? Yes, I remember, and I mourn them every day. I love them. Love them so much. But this is Fort Despair. You have 3 bases. Base A, very open. Base B, slightly protected. And base C, pretty secluded, but there's lines of fire into each and every single one of them. They are difficult to cap. They are also, depending on which you have, pretty hard to hold, but just, yeah. It is a very tricky map, mainly because it is a very small map. There are very tried lines of fire. It is a pretty predictable map because of it. But yeah, that is the map that we are going to go to. I miss all the old tier 1s. I really wish they would bring them back. Oh my god. The new tier 1s are not nearly as fun in any way. But yeah. Let's try and focus on the battle at hand before I start reminiscing the old tier 1s and get myself all sad. 5.5 is seriously the worst update we've ever had. So this is the map that we are going to go to. I'm going to take it away. We still have 3 minutes before we actually enter the battle, so that is plenty of time. Loka's still missing a teammate, but they will arrive soon. And we have Wynn all there, mostly ready up. There we go. Loka is fully present, if not fully queued up yet. And now we just have to wait for the teams to get ready. Overall, like I said, Wynn has done some amazing... Well, all the clans that are here, that reached the finals, have done amazing things. But we've seen Wynn basically pull magic out of their ass. And we've seen Loka is very strong, very consistent. So I can't really make any calls as to who would win this, because if Wynn does that magic thing again, anything can happen. But Loka has been very consistent, very steady. So this is lovely. I love absolutely not knowing who has a better chance here. Because honestly, they both have their massive strong points. So yeah. Let's see what is going to happen. We have 1 minute and 43 seconds left before we enter the match. The first match of this best of 9. And we have Wynn readied up with 2 E5s, a Foch, an STB, an E3, a T22 medium and an IS4. That is a good lineup, I think, for Fort Despair. Aside maybe from the E5s, because they are always a bit of a risk to take because they are quite juicy. It's still a very strong tank, but I'm still not sure whether or not the new consumables give it that little bit of extra edge that can make it work magic. We have seen it perform quite well, but we've also seen it, I wouldn't say noob out, because that would be a player thing and they generally don't do that, but not be able to carry its own weight. And we have Loka completely ready up in a 2 113s, an STB, and 2 IS4s, an E3 and a Foch. So that is the first lineup, first battle that we're going to see between them. And it's going to be epic. And let's see, I'm very curious. In the meantime, if you have been watching the stream on the official channel, you should have 2 crates now. And the timer actually stopped for me. For some reason. Let me actually just quickly refresh that. Because why did it stop? And now it's actually resetting. What the hell? Well, that is very hopeful. But here we go into the first match of this best of 9. And this is not hopeful for the crate stuff. Oh well, What would the Twister Cup be without technical issues? Loka and Wynn wishing each other good luck and everything. I really like that. And here we go. Let's see what happens. And we see both teams heading towards the middle. Pretty much neglecting C. The T22 medium and the Foch Rambo taking up position in the middle of that little ledge thing, where he will be able to get shots in. The E5 and 113 heading towards the corner. We're going to meet the two E5s and the STB there potentially. E5's in a bit of a tricky position. It will be relatively hard to hit them, but still. Kuma, the first one to take a hit in the E3. Of course, with a big gun like that, he is a preferred target, so he has to be careful. Kuma taking more hits. Loka moving in relatively aggressively, wanting to take out Kuma. Kuma in a very tricky position because it is actually Torpy that is in a position where he can survive there. And ooh, Yuriki not taking that damage from that and still capping the base. There goes, oof, my lord, that is the first tank gone in just over a minute. We see the E5 struggling at the back. The 113 and the E5 making short work of that. Karolak taking massive damage. But Loka is making a push. They are ending this game very early. Torpy is almost gone. There goes Gabe. Baron has lost quite a bit of HP, but there goes Torpy. And now we have... Baron is gone. Loka pushing into the middle. We have Ollie that is steadily losing HP. Karolak just got taken out, but it is 5 versus 4. And position-wise, Ollie does not have much of a chance to survive this. There he goes, he is taken out. And now we have what is left of Wynn taking out Yuriki. There he goes. But HP-wise, Wynn is not looking too healthy. They do take a massive hit into the 113 there. But Lace is low on HP. Killer is low on HP. Killer gets sniped from Ariana Grande, which still sounds funny when you say it. STB is now gone, and now there's only Rambo. And Rambo is not going to be able to take another tank out. There he goes. And the first match is for Loka. Very fast game, very aggressive push. Rambo definitely carrying his weight there. Kuma not able to do anything with the position that he was in. Stuck behind Torpy, unable to use that wall as cover. And that was definitely a short but exciting match. In the meantime, allow me to quickly message Wargaming about the great stuff. If I can find the group chat, that would definitely be helpful. Curates on EU aren't working. Time has stopped. So that is not very hopeful. Especially since I have the crate stream on an 8 tonight. But we'll see what happens. But yeah. At least it's a technical problem on Wargaming side and not ours. So I'm quite happy with that. So Loka has completely readied up for the second match on Fort Despair. The second match of this best of 9 that will decide who is going to go up against EG in the grand finals. And they are ready with 2 113s, an STB, 2 IS4s, an E5 and a Foch. And they're going to go up against 2 215Bs, 2 Foches, an STB, a T22 and an IS4. I love that people are still reminiscing about the old tier 1s in and the old low tiers actually. I quite like that. I can't really focus on that. I can't really join you for that conversation though. We have to focus on the battles that are about to start. 10 seconds left before we go into the second match. And let's see what they do if Wynn, like I said, can pull that magic out of their bum. And here we go. And let's see what Loka does here. They've left the E3 behind. Only taking a force as a big gun, but it is a very big gun. And here we go. And we have Loka heading towards base C this time. Partly. That's actually Wynn, sorry. Wynn focusing on C and B. Spreading out quite much, which can be a risk on its own. Unicum going towards the middle. Ariana Grande having been spotted. T22 and 113 shooting at each other. And Wynn is holding at the back. Most of them are spotted. They're not taking the risk to go into base C. With which a force behind them is quite a good thing. Loka capping, knowing where most of Wynn's team is. So they're taking the point advantage. Torpy taking a little bit of damage. Having basically no backup aside from the force there. You might be able to get a shot in, but it will not be easy. But now Loka has the base advantage. So their points will steadily be going up. And it will be up to Wynn to make a move to either steal that base or to get more points somehow. Unicum carefully spotting. Force trying to shoot Karolak. Force actually spotting with that. But not losing any HP over it just yet. Oh, Kuma missing a very vital shot on the STB there. That could have potentially done a lot of damage. And we have Wynn trying to protect Torpy. But that's not really earning them any points. Torpy is steadily losing HP here. And Gabe having been spotted. And the STB is still pretty forwards despite knowing that there are tanks there. And we see Wynn now pushing in. Trying to steal base B. I'm not sure Loka is going to let them get away with that, especially since they are now capping base C. And Torpy is losing too much HP here. He is almost gone. We have Kuma moving in. Going after the STB. Or potentially Karolak. No, he's looking at the other side. Taking a massive hit into Survivor there. And now he is moving in. Torpy is gone. Massive hit into the E5. Wynn has lost 2 tanks. Both teams have lost 2 tanks now. Base B is being stolen. There goes Ollie. Force is almost reloaded. But who is he going to shoot? He needs to find a target and needs to find it fast. He takes out the STB. HP wise, it is relatively close, but there is a near 2k advantage that is steadily being destroyed whenever their force reloads. They need to take out Ariana Grande. That is an absolute necessity. No skill, just Vano is reloading. There goes Ariana Grande. There goes no skill, just Vano. Wynn, very little HP against 2 pretty healthy tanks. Big hit into the eyes for Kuma occupying Karolak. But he's going to make it very hard. Especially when that shot bounces, and that was pretty vital. Lace getting a shot, and now it's only Kuma. And this is Loka's game. Kuma potentially not able to reload and take another hit before he's murdered. He does get away with it, showing them his rear, getting shot for it, and the second game is for Loka. Aggressive gameplay. In this case it didn't work out for Wynn. We saw it yesterday work out very beautifully for them. But it can't always go that way. So there we go, we are readied up. And we are moving on to Port Bay. Very different map for very different tactics. And we have base A in the harbor, base B in the square, base C in the hills. I overall like the position around base C a lot better, but with a team game like this, A and B are generally easier to hold together, so we do see a lot of action and at least people holding around base B, using mice and all of that. We don't see teams picking that now, so I'll just take away the map so it's not blocking your screen. And we see that Wynn is taking 3 215Bs, 2 Foshes, an STB, and a T22 medium. And they're going to go up against a Fosh. Let's see, they are changing some players at Loka's side. There we go. And they are taking 3 STBs, 3 215Bs, and a Fosh. So that is an interesting choice, because the STB is not a brawler. It does have amazing view range, amazing gun depression, it can work out really well, but is taking 3 of them a bit of a risk here. We are about to see in about 30 seconds whether or not that it's going to work out for them. So let's see. Ooh, time is reactivated now. Just letting the staff know that. Well, here we go. Into the third match of this best of 9. Wynn All Pro. And that many STBs, they're gonna have to be wondering what they're gonna do with that. There's my T95E6, that's going to be exploding in 3, 2, 1. Kaboom. And let's see what they do. We have Wynn sticking together, Torpy going together with Killer towards base C by the looks of it, but most of Wynn heading towards positions where they can overlook places. Kuma taking a position that is usually used by Grill, pulling back into it. And we see Loka with the STBs focusing on the base C side. It can work out really well there. We have Killer being pushed up. Immediately in potential trouble where he is at. Base B being capped. If they get away with it, then they will have a slight point advantage, and we see that Laze is actually moving in to take base A. Ooh, that was a big hit into Unicum there. And now we have a Fosh moving in. Killer, you need to be not there. And he bounces that. He bounced that on his lower frontal plate. How did that happen? That was potentially the weirdest thing I've seen this tournament. Baron holding. Careful of the CDs that he expects are there. Even though they're not. Base C being kept, but Wynn has 2 bases. Loka rotating a little bit. Wynn just holding. Lace protecting base A. Karolak pulling back. And we have Yuriki moving in, wanting to spot any campers that might be there. Because that might embolden Baron here. But there are no campers in that position, they are more to the back. And we have Karolak moving in, but unspotted. He takes a shot into Rambo though, who has been spotted. And Rambo is like, yeah, let's not be here anymore. No skill, just Vano just took a bit of a hit. Overall, it's going up quite steadily. About 1.5k HP advantage to Wynn. But they have the 2 bases and we are nearing 700 points there. So it will be up to Loka to make a push somewhere. And somehow see if they can take that advantage back. We have Yuriki moving around the back. Baron holding the front. Fire happening. But no damage being done. Karolak just taking a massive hit though. Now they are pushing in. And they are pushing in for the side that they feel is weaker. Which would be singling out Torpy. But Ariana Grande is gone. There goes Karolak. Loka is losing tanks quite fast. And now Ollie is going to be the sacrificial lamb here. As Baron gets taken out. Because it is more important to take out targets in this case. Than to try and save the one that you might not be able to save. There you go. Ooh, that bounced though. But there goes Baron. Unicum, very low on HP. But we are already at 1k points and Wynn took it home. Very interesting game. Build up slowly. Nearly double the damage for Wynn than for Loka. 3 minutes. Just over. And let me just get ready so that I can't actually miss anything. I'm absolutely loving this. Score is 1-2. The team that reaches 5 victories first. Oh, Super Chat works for that as well, Samjay. You noticed that. Because Patreon doesn't allow for random donations, I believe. I think Patreon does only the subscription kind of thing. And before Super Chat, this was definitely... PayPal was the easiest way to get random gifts. But now we have both teams ready with little less than a minute to go before we go into the fourth match of this best of 9, the second match on Port Bay. And we have Wynn readied up in 3 215Bs, a Foch, 2 STBs and a T22 medium. They're going to go up against a Leo, and 215B, 2 STBs, an E5 and E50M and a 113. Very mobile lineups on both sides, especially with the speed boosts. And very curious to see how the Leo will perform. We have seen it do quite some amazing things. The laser accuracy definitely helps, but it is really a tricky thing. I can't predict what they're gonna do on this map. I can't predict who win. They are pretty strong, but Loka seems more consistent. But like I said, we have seen Wynn win against the Lords before, so anything can happen still. The pressure is not there yet. There is definitely more chances to for Wynn to take it back here. And here we go. Very different camos, but a lot of blue. And let's see what happens. Wynn heading more towards base C by the looks of it. All together. And Loka doing the same thing on the other side. That can lead to very interesting positions and results. The STB now getting that little push up, I think, potentially, by the E50M. Getting up on that little hill, which can work out so well if you get someone there early. T22 taking a little bit of damage as he crosses over. STB as well. Rambo taking a hit. Having fired his first shell but did no damage with it. Gabe taking damage. Loka already getting early damage in here. And they're not going for the cap, they're mainly going for the kills. And let's see what happens. They are steadily holding together. But the Mets on the other side can't really get their shots in without being punished for it themselves. Rambo taking a little bit of damage himself for doing a little bit of damage. Basically HEing, but he actually seems to be taking more damage than he actually deals. Give or take 10 HP. Lay's losing a lot of HP. Kravolak now being focused. But overall, the Mets in the corner can't do much. And we see Killer moving in. And overall they can't really do much. It's a bit of a stalemate. They can't really push. Loka could potentially push. And we have Ariana Grande camping at the back with the laser accuracy. Let's see. Baron facing off against Gabe. Nice little bounce there by Gabe. Tiny bits of HP are being eaten here and there. But overall... Oof, Killer might be in trouble now. Because we have the Leo going in. And he is hiding just a little bit. No skill, just Vano. We have Loka making a push. Getting in. Kili will have to make that move fast if he wants to help. There goes Karolak. And now it's all about the focus fire. Kuma in trouble. I actually can't show you, this map does not really allow for it. Survivor steadily losing HP. Gabe just lost a ton. Ariana Grande is gone. It is 4 versus 6. HP wise, Wynn has a definite advantage. If they manage to get this together, it will be quite amazing, because Loka looked to have such an advantage first. Torpy almost gone, but still alive. There he goes. But there's only one left. Survivor is the last one to survive. And he's not going to win this versus 5 tanks. And there he goes. Wynn takes the match. And Rambo is actually positioned on Survivor's turret. That was quite mean. It was like, again, building very slowly and suddenly push and ends. And Wynn holding nicely, managing to do it. And now we are moving on to Middelburg for the 5th match of this best of 9. Middelburg looks like this. You have 3 bases, 2 in the town, 1 in the hill. It is difficult to dominate 2 bases in this map without splitting up your team, because the positioning around C is generally a lot better to work with, but A and B have the 2 bases, the city. So that is the map that we are going to go to now for the 5th match. And we just have to wait and see what they do. Less than a minute left to go. Wynn is ready with 3 215Bs, a Foch, 2 STBs and a T22 medium. That seems to be a bit of their go-to lineup, but it has worked for them very well. And they're going to go up against a 215B, an STB, a Batchat, 2 E5s, potentially 2 215Bs and an IS-4. No, we see tanks being changed. With 30 seconds left to go, we have a T62A and 1 215B with 2 E5s. I hope they perform well, because like I said, I have my doubts about the E5 being an effective tank. It has definitely been used, and with the consumables it can hold its own, but compared to the 215B it just seems to be not that competitive. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. As for the T-Rex, you can actually ask all your prems back now, as long as you have what you got when you sold them, like the gold or the credits. Then can get that back. So let's see. The score is even. It can go every which way. And we see Wynn focusing on the hillside, but holding back a little, deciding not to. Firing blind shots and doing damage. Well done. Lay's already taking a bit of damage as well. Base C being capped. And it will be difficult to decap it. Base B is also being capped. C is actually pulling back Ariana Grande, not letting himself get hit. And we have the STB going after the Batchat, but not doing damage, and they're attempting to cap base C again. Wynn arriving in the hills. Not sure where that shot went. You saw it hit the hill. Base C not being kept. Kuma losing a little bit of HP. Base A now being taken. Survivor attempting the cap. And that shot missed. He might just be able to get away with it. I think he will. There you go. They have the base. And now they have a definite advantage. And it will be all about holding base B as well. But base B is pretty much left as it is, because they expect it to be protected. Overall, play is quite spread out. We have the Foch at the back. And Killer moving in a little bit. And let's see what happens here. Loka poking up and over. I can't actually go that high on this map because of the hill thing. So I can't show you an overview as much as I would like. We see some fire happening downtown. STB facing off against the T-62A. But no HP is lost and Killer is getting out of there. Yudiki reloading. The Foch holding at the back. Moving back towards the hill. Overall, Wynn is trying some things but not getting away with it. But we are already at nearly 800 points. They will have to make a move very, very soon. We have Killer moving up. There we go, 810 points. Wynn will have to make a push. And we see things happening. Lay's taking a bit of hit there. Loka getting ready to hold. As the push from Wynn is sure to come. Gabe losing HP. And here we have it. Wynn is pushing. They're taking base B. They're taking base C. If they get away with it and if they survive. The survival part is very important now because they're already at 900 points. They might get away with it. But Killer is just dead. And now only one tank has to die. For Loka to take this home. Now 2 again. Unicum losing a lot of HP. Getting taken out there. Loka having lost 2 guns. They are attempting to re-get base B. If they do it, it will be very hard for Wynn to take it home. We are now down to 900 points for them. Base B has been capped. Base C is being capped. They need to survive in order to do this. We are at 945 points. If they cap it. Now Torpy is in trouble. He can't get out of there in time. He's going to get it. Ariana Grande losing HP. Torpy barely surviving, but still alive as it is. And it will be all about survival. Because if Torpy dies, which he does, Loka takes home the match. It was a very close call. They almost had it. But in the end, Torpy dying meant that Loka hit 1k points. And now it is 2-3. So this is going up quite steadily on both sides. I'm glad that I didn't say that I could decide on a winner beforehand, because this shows exactly what I meant with both teams being able to bring it. And in 1.5 minutes we get to see the 6th match of this lineup, of this matchup I should say. No real pressure yet, because it's the first one that gets to 5 victories. That is going to go through to the next final, to the grand finals tomorrow. And that can be everyone right now. So let's see what happens. In just over a minute. This is, by the way, Wade's Legacy Blitz just said, I don't really see the benefit of using the E5 over the FV. The FV seems stronger. Yes, but the FV is rear-mounted turret, so it has a very different potential in the games. And the E5 is a lot taller, which also is, it's a pro and a con both. That is mainly the thing why I think the E5 is being used. Because it can perform really well. It was one of the strongest tier 10, and with the new consumables, it can potentially hold its own. Tank for tank, I do feel the 215B is stronger, but the E5 does have its... thank you, Lars. It does have the potential to carry its own. So we have Wynn with 2 E5s, 2 215Bs, 2 STBs, and a T22 medium, versus a T62A, an STB, a Batchat, 2 E5s, a 215B, and an IS4. So let's see what happens in the 6th match. In the meantime, you just saw those blind shots. I love those. Those were awesome. So let's see what happens. In about 6 seconds we start the sticks match. I love that it's just going up quite steadily. We have Loka heading up to the hill again. We have the 2 and 5 Bs for Wynn. Now Loka is actually doing the shooting, but not getting the blind shots in like Wynn did last match. They were not wrong in expecting it though. And we have one lone STB that is going to try and get base B. The T22 medium might be able to basically get that base very quickly. Oh, only just not. If he had been a little bit more back, they would have had that advantage so early in the game. Unicum using that position very well. And now Lace is moving back out of the line of fire before the E5s arrive there. And Ollie has taken that position. And let's see what happens. Base A is being capped. We have an STB versus a Batchat potentially. Neither has any help, but the other one does not know that. And we have Ariana Grande turning around to go and help him. Both teams holding. Wynn have about a 70-point advantage here. Ariana Grande bouncing a shot there. Killer holding quite nicely. Lace in a bit of a tricky position. He can't really get out of there without being spotted. Base A now potentially being stolen. Oh my god. If he manages to do that though, and he's actually causing a crossfire with Lace here. He's not even doing it to cap the base, I think. At this stage he's doing it to troll. And if he gets away with it, then all the better. He's actually positioning himself to get shot at, to bounce. He's sort of reverse side scraping here. In a way, in a very weird way. He does take damage for it. So now he's pulling back. Now he's losing too much HP for it. But looked to be going very well. Now base C is being capped. Not necessary to cap, but more to troll cap. And Killer is getting out of there, but he is occupying 2 tanks. And it cost him a bit of HP. Wynn definitely has the advantage here. In points. And let's see what happens here. Unicum losing a little bit of HP. Oh no, Skull just got just vanoed. Survivor is steadily moving in towards base C. Ollie in a bit of a tricky position. Taking a bit of damage there. He is in a bit of a precarious position. No skill, just Vano taking a bit of a bigger hit now. And now we have Wynn all positioned here. They could potentially make the push, but they're not committing to it. Survivor losing HP. Killer almost gone. He has to be careful there. Especially with Ariana Grande now getting base B. Wynn will have to make a push, and now we see them moving. They are going in for that push, knowing that there's 2 mediums in town. They're going after the Survivor. They're actually blocking each other. That is not a good thing. And there goes Survivor. He did not survive. Baron moving in. They want to take out Gabe. Gabe, the low HP target. There goes Gabe. No skill, just... Oof. Baron just got murdered. No skill, just Vano almost gone. STB arriving to take him out. Lace low on HP, but Baron is taken out first. Lace almost gone. We are at 760 point. Vano just barely alive, but still alive. He is taken out. It is 6 versus 4. HP wise though, it is very close, and Loka actually had the advantage. That was a very expensive shot to bounce on a Batchat. And they need to take him out to make it work. Because now it is 4 versus 4. And the Batchat is still alive. And there we go, 810 points. They need to take out the tanks. It is 4 versus 3. Unicum is almost gone, but Karolak is arriving now. He takes out Rambo. It is 3 versus 2. 3 versus 1. Only Karolek is left. And the game is for Wynn, and that will put the pressure on. Wynn, like I said, Wynn can pull magic out of their asses. And that is mainly nice little ram here. But it is Torpy that takes him out. And Wynn takes the game. Wynn doing such amazing things. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love these matchups. I love that it's tight, that it's so similar. That there are 5 people on Wynn's team here that did more than 1k XP. It's a team game, which generally makes it harder to get more XP. That goes to show. It is 3-3 now. It is so steadily going up. We are moving to Oasis Palms. I'm loving it. And Oasis Palms looks like this. You have base A, B and C. C in the desert, B in the middle and A, which is considered a heavy base. We've seen amazing action here on the on Asia earlier today. And it's just awesome. I'm very curious to see what these teams will do here. I always feel the positioning around base C is better, but it is more difficult to make it work overall. Because you can't dominate the 2 bases together. And if the enemy manages to get base B, you have a very hard job to get it away from them again. So let's take that map away from you so that it's not blocking your screen. And we have Wynn ready in 2 215 Bs, 2 Foshes, an STB, a T22 medium and a 140 to go up against 1 Fosh, 2 215 Bs, a Batchat, a 268, an E5 and an IS4. So that is definitely an awesome lineup as well. Ooh, I love it this. I really like that it's so close. I really like that anything can happen. And I love that in the best of 9 we are going to go into the 7th game. It is just awesome. I am going to take this opportunity to take somewhat of a drink. Because all these talkings make my throat quite dry. The beverage of choice tonight is 7-Up. Which is generally my go-to drink. Because of the sodas that you have, it is the one that is not as sweet as the others. So let's see what happens in this 7th match. After this, whoever wins this, the pressure will be on. Because the other team will have to win 2 games in a row to take it home. And the one that wins this one only has to win 1 more. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Wynn heading towards base A. All of Loka doing the same thing with the Fosh staying behind. Rambo taking a pretty forwards position. Going quite Rambo actually. And he is actually spotting people. I love a TD spotting people rather than a med. But it is giving Loka pause. Because they know there are big guns in the city. And that Rambo is not camping. And no one's going for base A, no one's going for base C. Survivor at the back might be going for base C actually. But at the moment he is not. Vano camping at the back, holding all of Wynn basically together. We have Rambo moving in, base B being capped, but they're not going for it. It seems that Wynn is making a bit of a push here. And they're going to go after Karolek. Force now arriving. Big hit. But Gabe is losing a lot of HP very, very quickly. It will be difficult because Gabe there might be losing a tank. Trying to take one out. Unicum is gone though. Karolek is still alive. Until now. Wynn has lost the tank. Nearly lost Rambo as well. Baron is now next in line. Killer just lost a ton of HP. Rambo moving in. Taking massive damage into Baron. He does take a hit back. But there goes Baron. Loka having lost 3 tanks now. Whereas Wynn has only lost 1, even though they have some low HP targets. The Force now being shot at. There he goes. It is 5 versus 3. Wynn pulling magic out of their asses, seriously. Doing amazing things. The 268 is taking a big hit into Ollie, but that allows the T22 to try and get behind him to start taking him out. Survivor losing HP. Yuduki still alive, but being chased by a 140. And there goes Ollie. It is 3 versus 3. But it can go every which way. They kind of just need to take out the 268 before you can shoot the Foch, because that might be vital. And there we go. It is 3 versus 1. Survivor, the last one to survive. And he might make it a little bit longer. But now he's going to get Foched. And Kuma is actually bouncing on him. Survivor surviving that little bit longer. But now, that is going to be the end. He does take out Torpedo. And Wynn has the match. And like I said, now the pressure is definitely on. Loka has to win the next 2 matches in order to go through to the grand finals. Wynn only has to win 1 more. And I love this. Like I keep saying, I love matches like this. When it's so close, it's just awesome. These are the kind of games that I hope to see every single time that I stream tournaments. That it's so close. Similar thing happened on Asia earlier today. It was so close every single match, and it's just awesome. For a streamer, that is. I can imagine that for a team it might be quite different. So let's see. We have Wynn now almost ready for the 8th match of this best of 9. And it is... They are taking 2 215Bs, 2 Foches in STB, a T22 medium, and potentially a 140. And they're going to go up against 3 215Bs and 140, 2 E5s, and a 140 again. Less than a minute left to go before we go into this 8th match. I hope you guys are enjoying this nearly as much, at least half as much as I am. Because at this stage, I can't say who is going to win this, because every game is so close. And Wynn just sometimes massacring the very steady Loka. Loka sometimes just pushing in and just taking it home. It is so close every single match. I love it. And every single match when I see the push, I'm not sure who's going to win until the first 3 or 4 tanks have disappeared. And then you start seeing the difference, because one team will have more guns, and that is going to make all the difference. So here we go, the countdown clock has begun. There is no map on the screen to block any gameplay for you guys. And here we go, the 8th match of the best of 9. Pressure is on Loka. The designer basically says it exactly as it is. Whoa. Wynn has really emerged as a very formidable team after narrowly making it to the top 4. That is exactly it. Wynn, like I said, I keep saying it, and it's the best way to describe it. They just pull magic out of their asses. It works. And here we go. Wynn now focusing on the desert side. Loka heading more towards the town. Abandoning base C altogether. No one is spotted. We might have Killer getting a free cap here. Ariana Grande spotted in town. Taking damage as he crosses over. Taking a bit more damage as he crosses over. Ollie now also losing some HP. And Killer is going into base C. Oh no, he's even not. Base A is being capped by Loka. Base C is going to get protected by Ollie. And now base C is being capped by Wynn. But that means that Loka will have a point advantage. They're all there. All together. Ollie needs to be careful not to be too forwards here. Because he can lose quite a bit of HP there. And let's see what happens. Gabe holding but shooting the sand. We have Killer at the back. Gabe mainly there to spot the enemy. Potentially to get some targets. At this stage you could potentially push into base B from either side. And let's see. Ollie holding, Gabe spotting. At this time though, only Gabe is spotted and no one else is. And it will be up to Wynn to do something if they want to take it home. Killer losing a bit of HP there. Survivor having been spotted but being careful. Wynn will have to make a move. Wynn is in a position to crossfire. Lay's losing HP though. Trying to cause that but being too forwards with it. And now he's a little bit stuck, he can't really go there. He has to be very careful crossing over. He does dare to though. And he remains unspotted as he does so, heading back towards the desert. But they will be continuously wondering if he is there. Until he is spotted again. No, Samjay, that's actually German. Not Dutch. That's Deutsch. Baron taking a hit there. Gabe holding in a different position. Baron is actually unspotted when he took the hit. But there's about 1 tank difference in victory points. Between the two teams. Lay's heading towards the other side. Wynn will have to make a move. We are nearing 700 points. And that is generally one of the crucial stages. Gabe careful here. At one point you want to get the shots in. At the same time you want to be careful. Wynn pulling back together into their spawn. Probably preparing for a push. Ollie and Gabe waiting. Blind shots happening into the desert, but there's no one there anymore. Gabe getting a bit of damage in, but taking damage as well. And we have Ollie now moving in. A bit fast. He's bleeding HP. I think they should have waited there. Ollie and Gabe. Now potentially having pushed in too early. And now we have Wynn pushing in. They will need to push fast. Ollie is already almost gone. And they will need to focus fire. A big hit into Survivor. There goes Survivor. Again, not one to survive. No skill, just Vano is being ignored. There goes Gabe. There goes Lace. We are 905 points in. Unicum is almost gone. But there goes Ollie. And there goes Killer. And with 3 versus 6, it is very, very likely to be Loka's game, because only one more tank needs to die. And that will be the Forge. There we go. And Loka takes the match. And we are going for the tiebreaker. Oh my god, guys. The 9th game of the best of 9 is about to come. And this is just... oof. We are going to Mayan Ruins. And last time it was this match on Mayan Ruins that cost Wynn their ticket to the Grand Finals. This is the map that we are going to. You have base C, which is the med base. Base A, that is the heavy base. Base B in the middle, hard to get, but if you have it, it will be very hard to steal. I'm going to take it away so that we can just focus purely on the lineup for this map. And I'm very... The 9th match, honestly, of this best of 9. We are going for a tiebreaker and I'm absolutely loving it. This is how close it is. This is how close the competition is on the EU server. And I love it. And we have Wynn getting ready in 3, 2 and 5 Bs. A Forge, 2 mice in the T22 medium. It's those mice that cost them the game last time. So it's very brave of them to pick them again. And Loka having 44 seconds left to get ready. But they're almost there. Some tanks still being changed. Potentially provisions and consumables and all of that. They have half a minute left to make it happen. 22 seconds. Here we go. They are taking 2 Foshes, 3 205Bs, 140 and an IS-4. Karolak unreadying. He still has 10 seconds and he's going for a 140 as well. And this is it. This match will determine who is through to the grand finals. Regardless of who wins, we will know after this match who is going to face EG tomorrow. And I love that the maps that we get today are not the maps that are going to be used tomorrow. That is something that I feel is very important to mention. So the teams that have been watching today can't guess what tactics people will use based on the matches today when they have to face them tomorrow. And let's see what happens. We have the 140s heading towards base C. Lays heading more towards the middle, possibly to spot. And we have Wynn moving into an A and B position, with a Lays spotting the other side. And now base C is being capped, and that will mean that Loka has an advantage. We have a Foch that is overlooking. They have spotted Gabe. They know that he's there. So he needs to wait until he is unspotted before he does anything. But there's a Foch overlooking this position, and that can be very, very deadly. Blind fire into Gabe. And Gabe shooting back but not getting spotted for it. The mice pushing through. Ollie taking some damage here. Gabe moving into Kappa base. And we have Baron losing HP. Rambo losing HP as well. Base B being capped. But he's capping it very openly. Survivor is going to shoot him in return for sure. Loka responding. And now we have Lays losing HP. Karolak moving in as well. Lays is almost gone. Rambo making a move, but not in time to save Lays. And he takes a big hit into Survivor. Survivor is not going to survive this. But Karolak is going to take out the Foch. There goes Survivor. There goes Rambo. And everything can still happen. They did not cap base B. It is all about the focus fire, but they are pretty spread out overall. And that is making it very difficult. HP is being bled all around. Wynn having a gun less. But Karolak is almost gone. But there goes Gabe first. Karolak still alive for another reload. There goes Unicum. The mouse in a difficult position. Taking massive hits here. And he's not going to survive this. And it will be... Oh my god, Karolak's still alive. There goes Kuma. There goes Karolak finally. It is 4 versus 3 with a very unhealthy looking Ariana Grande. But he does manage to take a massive hit into the mouse again. We have Yuriki circling Ollie. And potentially going to take him out. The mouse holding Torpy at the back. The mouse, there he goes. And now it is 1 versus 3. And it will be Loka that takes this home. And I think that has everything to do with Wynn's push being too uncoordinated, too spread out, not sticking together. And Loka is going to the grand finals. And there we go. Wow, what game, seriously. Loka going through the grand finals. Amazing. What games, guys. You honestly did not make it easy for each other at all. You made each other pay for it. You made them pay by blood, as the saying would go. Amazing. So those are the games for tonight. We are going to have a grand finals tomorrow between EG and Loka. And what a matchup that will be as well. EG, one of the more steady teams as well. Loka having performed so massively well throughout the whole competition. Let's actually have a look how that went. When they met earlier, it was EG that massacred Loka. But I'm very curious to see what will happen now, because it was also a raid that massacred Loka. And now Loka took raid 4-0. Took Wynn 5-4. But oh my god, this was so close. Absolutely amazing battles. Very nicely done. So that is it for me tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I definitely did. This was massively amazing gameplay. I absolutely adored it. So I will be back tonight to stream NA for you guys. I hope to see you then. I have the great stream then. So definitely watch through the portal to get free stuff. And I will see you tomorrow for Asia, EU and NA again. But then for the grand finals. But those will not be crate streams, just so you know. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you all the teams for that absolutely amazing gameplay. What a night this was. And I honestly don't know who's going to take it home tomorrow. The teams are so strong in the EU right now. I absolutely adore it. So again, thank you all for watching. Thank you so much, Tom J, for your lovely donations. I definitely appreciate them. And I'll be seeing you guys tonight or tomorrow, depending on where you live, what you watch, what server you are from. Have a good night all. Bye bye.